It is Java 8 last feature. Optional class. Nodal. Optional is a container object. Optional is a container object that may or may not contain, that may or may not contains non-null value. Optional is a container object that may or may not contains non-null value. Say demo d equal to new demo. If you write object created, that object referred by d, what d contains has code of this object. Okay. Now, if I write like this, test t, what t contains? Null. T contains null. If it is instance variable or class variable. Okay. Otherwise, if you initialize array also, like a local variable must be initialized. You need to write now null. Suppose with this d, if I call any method, it is successfully, it will execute. With this t, if I call method, what will happen? What is? Null pointer exception comes. Null pointer exception. That object reference nothing but pointer. It is pointer points to object. It is not points to object, then how can you call method? So null pointer exception. That is same. That null pointer exception you can avoid with this concept. It is used to avoid null pointer exception. It is used to avoid null pointer exception. It is used to avoid null pointer exception. So if you want to avoid null pointer exception, we can use this class. Now, here methods are there. What is the problem also I'll explain. Suppose file open demo.java. You observe string, don't write this one, don't write string yes array new string of 5 written. Okay. Now in this line, how many objects created? How many objects? 2 objects. In this line, how many objects created? 1 object. Which object? These many classes over. Now, if I write like this, how many objects created? How many? 1 object. Which object? Integer object. Array object created. Array object. Integer is not a class, no? Integer in a class. So if I write string s equal to new string of 5, how many object created? How many? 1. Which object? Array object, not string object. Array object created. Integer array, string array, float array, employee array, array object created. Array object. Now, here, what I'll do, s of 0 equal to s of 0, one value. Okay. Welcome. Otherwise, Java SC. Can I assign like this? Yes or no? S of 0 equal to Java SC. Okay. It is just instead of primitive array, reference array I have taken. That's it. There is no confusion, nothing. Arrays, any array type only created. Later, again, objects you have to create, you have to pass. Okay. Now, in this line, one object created. That is array object. That array, string array object. Like that you can call. But now you should not call string object. String array object. Like that you can call. Okay. What will be happen? See, like this 1, 2. This is string array object. Okay. Here. Yes. What S contains? Hash code. It contains hash code. Okay. Now you observe. If you write like this, one string array object created. That object referred by S contains hash code. Next line, S of 0 equal to Java SC. What will be happen? Here what will be stored? Java SC or hash code? Hash code stored. Because Java SC also object. Itself an object. That is string object. Every string literal itself an object of string class. You know? Every string literal itself an object of string class. So here Java SC, another object created. Java SC. This object hash code stored here. Okay. Now, remaining, if I don't say, if I don't assign, what will be there? Null will be there. If any remaining, if you don't write, null will be there. Okay. Now, that is clear now? Still any doubt? Now, Java SC, suppose S of 1, Java EE. Okay. Otherwise, okay, right, leave it. Now, S of 2, Java ME. S of 3, Java FX. Let's written. Now, otherwise, here by mistake, 1, 2, 3, 4. Written. Assume. Okay. Now, here total, what is the array size? 5. Index range 0 to 4. Here 0 to 4, one index missed. What is it? 0. S of 0, what it contains? Null. Okay. Now, for loop, integer I equal to 0, I less than s dot length, I plus plus. Is it array length or string length? Which one? Array length. Brackets, if you write string length. Okay. Now it is array length. Array length is 5. Now system dot out dot println s of I dot to uppercase. If I write, what will be happen? What will happen? null pointer exception occurs. Very first time only null pointer exception occurred. Remaining also not printed. Program stopped. Null pointer exception is runtime error. Whenever exception occurred, control password to catch block with catch block error message displayed stopped. Termination. Okay. File save. Java C demo.java. Java demo. See? Exception in thread main java.lang.null pointer exception cannot invoke string dot to uppercase. It is terminated. Okay. Suppose if I write like this, what will happen? Year 0, year 1, year 2, it is 3. These all converted. Last null pointer exception comes. S of 4 not available. Null. Okay. Converted. Remaining all executed. See. Converted capital letters. Java SE, Java EE, Java ME, Java X. Next, null pointer exception. Here problem is whenever null pointer exception occurred, program terminated. Not only null pointer, any exception occurred, null program terminated. But in real time, what is happening? Data, huge amount of data will be there. There, if you open some registration forms, Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, any registration form in online, so many fields will be there. There, star symbol appears, mandatory fields. Most of the people, what they'll do? Mandatory field only they'll enter. Remaining they'll avoid. Even if it is important also, if they don't give mandatory, they'll avoid. They won't fill the data. Okay. That is what will happen. It is null will be stored. Null will be stored. While processing data, if this type of null values, cleaning the data also software is there. Okay. That type of software courses are there, many. Okay. Tools are there. So data cleaning is very difficult nowadays. Data cleaning. Null values also, and the empties also, null values also, blank also, -1 values also, this type of data, very difficult to clean. That's what. Then what will happen? That type of data comes now, it is stopped there itself, remaining process also not executed. Thousands of records will be there. In the 14th or 15th occurred, remaining also stopped. That is, you can avoid with this concept, optional class. Now, here without optional class, what is happening? Null pointer exception occurs. Your process stopped. What we can do is with optional class, so many methods are there. You can check value present or not present. If it is present, continue. Not present also, you write some code. What you have to do? You want to display null value or you want to do something, other operation you can perform. Like that, methods are there. So this string, one string, you pass in optional. It is like a container. It's like an object. There, null is there, what you want to do. Null is not there, what you want to do. Perform. That type. But here, normal Java programming, it is not much important. Data processing frameworks only important. Hadoop, big data, ETL tools will be there. Extract, transfer, these all. So many tools are there. For that type of programs, this required. But normal Java programming, we don't use these all. Anyhow, exception occurs, stop it. It is like a null pointer, not only null pointer. So many are there. Exception. Whenever exception occurs, stop it. That is, you cannot avoid. Only null values, data cleaning purpose only we use. In that situation only they'll prefer. Okay. So this program file save. If I compile and run, it is stopped. This is, you can avoid with that optional class. It's on class introduced. You take any class, Hundreds of methods are there. Okay. Okay, just one example I'll show you. Note on. It returns optional with value. If non-null. Otherwise, it returns with null value. It returns true if non-null. Otherwise, returns false. So if we call off nullable, if it is value is there, non-null, value return. If null is there, null return, empty. But object contains null value or object contains data. With that, whether it is present or not, whether it is empty or not, whether getting value, this all you can use. But not only this, so many methods are there. Conditions, you can write condition based also, this all. Only data cleaning purpose will use. Data processing frameworks will use this concept. See, actually, some graphs will be there. How many people purchased Nokia mobile in India today? How much today, tomorrow, graph. that graph representation purpose data required. But the data, some null fields are there. What will happen? Graph also will not come accuracy. That type of data we have to clean. While cleaning, they'll use this one. Cleaning that data, null values, negative numbers, that type of data by default stored. If the person is not entering data in a HTML form fields, user will enter in a browser. While entering, if you don't enter, what will happen? Null will be stored. And some fields, what will be there? -1 will be stored. Negative numbers. Some default values will be stored. Empty stored. Empty. Null also will not be there. Empty. One blank space. Blank values. That type also stored. Those all we have to clean. Otherwise, you cannot take a graphical picture representation, also not possible. In that situation, this class will help. That's it. See, here, what I'll do is, before converting into uppercase, I'll use that method. Whether it is null or not null, I want to check. First, you have to pass the data here. Then you'll get an optional class object. Is it instance method or class method? How to call? Of nullable. So, return type, optional. Which type? String type. I given string, no? No. If an integer is there, integer. O equal to optional dot of nullable. Of nullable, s of I, string. Now, first string, it is passed. That is referred by O. In this O, data is there or not? If is present, suppose if it is present, O dot is present. Then convert. Whatever you want, you can do. Suppose my task is converting into uppercase or counting number of values, non-null values, null values I want to count. Whatever you want, you can do. Suppose converting uppercase. Else, you want to display one message. System.out.println. This S of I contains null value. Like that, suppose I want to display. S of I contains null value. If I display, what will happen? S of I also, I only displayed. I value, if you want to display, plus symbol, concatenation. Okay, like this you can do. Now you observe, it is in util package. See, S of 0 contains null value, remaining processed. Otherwise, with that only stop it. This type of concept only, that's it. It is not much important. Otherwise, what you do is without optional, with optional, right? Better. That difference you'll observe. Right, this one. Program without optional class. Is it over? So here first S of 0 only null. With null, if you call null pointer exception, it is not points to object. There is no object. Now S of code of this object. S of 2 contain hash code of this object. But S of 0 null is there. It is not points to object. That's what null pointer exception occurs. S of 0 you should not call because null is there. Then null pointer exception comes. This is you can solve with optional class. Program with optional class. What we have tried? Give me answer. Optional string O equal to optional dot of nullable S of I. So we are passing one string one value to optional object. That is maybe null or not null, whatever it may be. Here you are checking if O dot is present. If it is present, convert. Otherwise, display. Else system dot out dot println some message. S of I contains null value. Here double quotes plus double quotes. Now which package we have to import? Java.util. That is Redison. So without optional class, with optional class, see the difference. Okay. Is it completed? So the value we are placing in optional object, that object referred by O, but we are not creating optional class object. We are calling nullable method of nullable static method. That's what we are calling like this. That object referred by O. If it is null value is not there, converted to uppercase. Null value is there, message displayed. So you can avoid null pointer exception. You can continue your process. That purpose. Otherwise, program terminated. Here now program is not terminated. Program continuously will run. Even null is there, not null is there, all will run. Suppose thousands of objects will be there. Thousands of objects, some objects may not contain null. Those all continued. Okay. This is the purpose of optional class. Up to here, Java 8 completed. Okay. Next, Java 9. We can also call JDK 1.9. JDK 1.9 or Java 9 or Java SC9 features. All same. JDK 1.9 or Java 9 or Java SC9 features. First one, private methods in interface. Second one, collections API improvements. Third one, try with resource statement enhancements. Fourth one, JShell. JDK 1.9 or Java 9 or Java SC9 features. Private methods in interface, collections API improvements, try with resource statement enhancements. So 4 features are there. Private methods in interface. Now first one, private methods in interface. This feature allows to write private methods in interface. This feature allows to write private methods in interface. Private methods in interface. This feature allows to write private methods in interface. Already know interface contains only public methods, but now private method possible. In future, default method, private method may be possible. but present, not private, public. Private, this feature allows to write private concrete methods. Write it better. Private concrete. Private concrete methods in interface. Private abstract is not possible. Okay, private concrete method only. Here you observe. Suppose interface test. Private void show. I'll write. System dot out dot println. Now, this is possible. Valid. File save. Compilation. Execution. Running, no error, no compile time error, no runtime error. Valid. But how to call? So it is private method. What is the scope of private method? Within the class, nothing but within the interface. Can we access here? No. Suppose if I implements test, can I access here? Then also we cannot access. So what you have to do? Another static method or default method you have to write. Then only can access. Otherwise not possible. You already studied default method, no? What do you have to write? Void something print. System dot out dot println. Suppose Amir repeat Hyderabad. Now this method can I call from here? Yes or no? This method, is it public method or non-public? It is. It is by default public only. Now, is it instance method or class method? How to call? Object required. Can you create object? No. Then what do you do? Implements. Implements test. Then can I write like this? Test t equal to. Is it valid? Yes. Test t equal to new demo. With this t, can I call show print method? Yes. T dot print. From this, can I call show? Is it instance method or class method? But here how it is valid? This dot, implicitly this valid. So here demo class object created, test interface reference created, subclass object superclass reference, that type. With that print method called, it is public. You can call here this dot show. This is called. Say file save. Compilation execution. Okay. Private methods also we can write in interface. Write this example. Is it over? So private methods also introduced in interface. Next, collections API improvements. Collections API improvements. This feature allows to add elements This feature allows to add elements to a list, comma set, list and set. One minute. This feature allows to add more than one element to a list and set at a time. This feature also allows to add more than one key value pair to a map at a time. So more than one value at a time you can add. You have seen add every time, add method you are calling, put method you are calling. But now new feature, more than one element, more than one key value pair at a time you can add. New methods are introduced to add elements and key value pairs in list interface, comma set interface and map interface. New methods are introduced to add elements and key value pairs in list interface, set interface and map interface. So these new methods introduced in three interfaces: list interface, set interface, map interface. In three interfaces, here and here, these two elements, here key value pairs. Okay. Now I'll show you. You observe Java P, java.util.list. You observe of no element, of one element, two element, three element, four element, five elements, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, this is also. What is this? Variable argument. Same number of you can add. Method overloaded. Varox. Okay. Like this given. Now same style, Java P, Java dot util dot set. See, same. Java P, Java dot util dot map. See, key value. Like this, at a time, many key value pairs. Now, previously what we written, add, many times we called, but now not required. New style. See, just one list I'll explain. Remaining like you can write. Note down. Here, just a dash write it. Enough. Like up to 10. Up to 10 overloaded. 11th one, Varox are given. If you write like this, more memory occupies. That's what they given like this. That's it. Otherwise, only one method only possible for all. Okay. So, off method 11 times overloaded. 12 times. 0, here 1 to 10. Again, Varox. 12 times. Here 0 times, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, like that. 10 times, 11th time. The n number of. It is Varox. Now, are these instance methods or class methods? It class, nothing but interface. So these all already you studied static methods in interface. That is 8 feature, Java 8. Java 9 only predefined. So list dot off. Returns list only. Java 8 feature only. Predefined method, Java 9 came. See here. What we have tried, give me answer. I want to add, suppose old style, import java dot util dot star. Old style, array list, integer, al equal to new array list. Al dot add, al dot add, al dot add, al dot add. System dot out dot println al. This is old style. Okay. 6 times add method I called. Can I write like this? Can I write? No. That add method will take only one value. One only can pass. If you write like this, error comes. No suitable method, error comes. Okay. Now, this code we can write in a simple way. You observe. If you want to write like that, first, what is the return type? List. List you have to write. List integer L equal to list of list dot of. It is static method in this interface. So list dot of. Return type list. Here you can pass elements. Like this, you can write a number of elements. But is it array list or linked list? It is not array list, not linked list. Only elements are there. Only just added. You have to create. If you want array list integer al equal to new array list of L. That is converted like array list. That there is only elements, no processing. Now you can make it array list. If you want linked list, you can make it linked list. Then system.out.println al over. Now you observe here these many lines not required. New way. You can also write this one directly. Can I pass here? Can I write? Here. Can I write that one? Yes. One line also you can write. One line also you can write. Okay. Save file, save. Compilation, execution. Okay. Write this one. So like this only, set is there, map is there. It is new API. So off method, total 12 methods are there. Any one here 6 elements I passed, 6 elements method called. Okay. Here list created, that is array list converted, printed. Is it completed? Next, try with resource statement enhancements. Not try with resource statement enhancements. Already try with the resource statement in Java 7 you studied, no? That is enhanced. How it is enhanced, I'll show you. What we written, example, one example, try file input stream, FIS, new file input stream. Like arcs of 0, arcs of 1, like this we written, no? Like this we written code. Now just listen, later you'll write. Now this is not new feature, it is Java 7 feature. Try left parenthesis input stream FIS equal to new file input stream arcs of 0. It is a resource. It is alternative to which concept? Finally block. Finally block. It is used to perform cleanup activities. This stream is going to be closed automatically. That is studied. Suppose two streams are there, two resources are there outright. After this, one more resource also is there. File output stream also is there. Not common, not symbol, semicolon only. Okay. I given already. Then syntax I given. That is handling multiple exception with single catch block, pipe symbol. File output stream. New file output stream. Arcs of 1. This is a way. Try left parenthesis resource 1 semicolon resource 2 parenthesis open close date code. This is new way. The above code can be written from JDK 1.9 onwards as follows. What you can do is this code, new style you can write. Here, what you can do is here semicolon, here semicolon, try FIS semicolon FIS you can write. Instead of writing complete code, only references you can write. This is new style. It is 1.9. It is 1.7. Up to 1.7, 1.8 like this. 1.9 this is up to 1.8. 1.9 onwards, you can write only references. New style. Write this one. So the above code can be written from JDK 1.9 onwards as follows. So 1.9 before, complete code we written inside the try parenthesis, but now only references we are writing. It is a new feature. Is it completed? So here only reference semicolon again reference semicolon reference semicolon, like that a number of you can write. All you create objects outside and pass only references in the parenthesis, that type. Okay. Now one more feature, last feature. JShell. Note JShell means Java shell. JShell means Java shell. It is called as REPL, read, evaluate, print, loop tool. It is called as REPL tool, read, evaluate, print, loop tool. It is an interactive tool to learn Java programming language and it is also used to execute logical code snippets. Very quickly. It is an interactive tool to learn Java programming language, and it is also used to execute logical code snippets very quickly. It is not suitable to develop applications and projects. It is not suitable to develop applications. I'll explain. First, it will read, that is evaluated, printed. Again read, evaluate, print. It will rotate. That's what loop. If you write one expression, it is execute, it will read first, it is evaluated, printed. Again, it will start to read. It will continue. That's what it is REPL tool. It is learning purpose suitable, but executing logical code snippets, it is okay. Very quickly can execute and not suitable to develop applications. Just like a Python shell, Java shell released. That's it. Say, for example, if you want to run, suppose, 1 minute. Say, if you want to execute, suppose byte A equal to 3, byte B equal to 3, byte C equal to A into B. Is it valid or not valid? Valid or not valid? Why it is not valid? Byte into byte result is integer. Integer, if you assign to byte, error comes. This is valid or not valid. You want to check. What you have to do? Can you write only this one? No. This code you have to write in a main method. Main method you have to write in a class. Then you have to compile. Okay. Like that. But in a J shell, not required. Directly you can write. Only this part directly can write. It will read. It is evaluated. It is printed. Immediately response. Okay. That purpose we use. How to start J shell? To start J shell, C drive, type J shell, enter. To start J shell, enter. If you want to quit, exit. Not exit, 1 minute. / exit. Okay. To terminate, to stop J shell, J shell prompt / exit. J shell prompt comes there / exit. If you write, it is terminated. Stop it. I'll show you, 1 minute. So to start like this, to stop like this. You observe J shell. Now here you can write so directly system.out.println welcome. Only one line. You can see the output. Immediately response. Actually, system.out.println only cannot write. That is, you have to write in a main method in a class, you have to compile, you have to execute, then output. But directly system.out.println you can write. Okay. Suppose integer a equal to 5, character b equal to, suppose character, integer c equal to a plus b. System.out.println also not required. Here 1 or 2 already printed. Okay. So like this, you can use J shell. If you want for loop integer I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. System.out.println I. Say 1 to 10 printed. So for loop I written printed. So like this you can use. So all code snippet you can run like this, whatever you want. How to start you studied. How to stop you studied. Remaining code snippets already you studied, you can add. Okay. This is about J shell. Up to here, Java 9 completed. Okay. Tomorrow, Java 10 onwards, I'll give. We'll see continuation tomorrow.